Greetings, everybody. This is Harmony speaking. Oh my gosh, my hair is doing horrible. We are live. It is, I can't even see what time it is. It is 8:53 p.m. on, what's funny, my clock says May 9th, but it's not. Today is Friday. And hopefully you folks caught, this is going to be a continuation of Harmony's crazy storytelling time is what this is going to be. I'm a QHHT, quantum healing hypnosis technique practitioner, and today I just passed the level 2 exam with a 98. Woohoo! So now I'm a level 2 QHHT practitioner. So I'm going to be continuing today with a summary of my client, the most recent client that I had. Basically, I shouldn't have gone live. But anyway, I'm kind of reluctant to tell the story. It's just, it's a crazy storytelling time is what it is. It's just complete insanity what's been going on lately with my QHHT sessions. So anyway, to summarize, basically, if you're familiar with the Mandela effect, there was one Earth, and it broke down bad. In order to fix it, it needed to be broken apart. And it got broken apart into kind of like, if you could imagine a slinky, you know, that slinky toy, you know, going around and connecting. And basically, if there was an issue with a certain Earth, let's say the Illuminati, those folks went to that Earth, and a spiritual team, angels, whatever, were brought down, and they worked on that Earth and that issue. And let's say there's a problem, I don't know, with murder and crime and stuff on that, and those folks were brought to that Earth, and then a spiritual team was brought down to work on that Earth. So this went on with all the different issues we're having. Some people might think of it as like, you know, you have a fine bottle of wine, you want to aerate it, you know, you pour it and let it aerate. So the decision was made to split apart the Earth and let them breathe, and for us to, you know, work on them. Is basically it. So the Earths have been worked on, and things have gone very well. Now all these Earths are intertwined. There's these energy things that, like strings that go all throughout the different Earths. So they're all connected, intertwined. So even though there's one Earth over there that was having its reality, it was still connected to all the other Earths. So there was what is known as the continuity of time, or the continuity of reality. In essence, you weren't supposed to catch on to it, really, kind of, sort of. What's a good guy's intent, because for most people, you kind of go cuckoo crazy when you wake up and realize you're in a whole brand new reality. You know, all the logos have changed, and geography's changed, and events have changed. It's a little it's a little unsettling. So what happened is, as the Earths were being brought back together, the bad guys, through their technology, they were like little scissors, and going and cutting all our little energy grids. So as we were bringing the Earths back together into one, the bad guys were going snip, 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 and they were cutting energy grids. And every time they cut an energy grid, that's what caused, as you know, the Mandela effect. Some people call it a glitch in the matrix, is what some people say it is. Hey, planetary protector. Oh great, now I lost my train of thought. So anyway, but as they snip these little energy grids, it doesn't really matter, because we just immediately go and heal it. And so now we're, you know, pretty much done with that project, bringing everything back together. But in the meantime, let's just say the bad guys. You know, I usually say them. Everybody goes, who's them? Just the bad guys, let's say. Okay? So the bad guys were masters at figuring out reality. They figured out all the math. They figured out all the physics. They freaking figured out everything. Okay? In essence, from a technology base, from technology. And they created technology, and they were masters at manipulating reality. They really are, with technology. The thing is, we don't use technology. We're connected to True Source God Creator. And So anything they do, we can out Trump them rather quickly. So, but still, they're masters, and they were able to mirror reality, and they mirrored everything in the true reality, and they pulled it into like a pocket bubble universe, and they mirrored all the realities and created their own reality in this pocket bubble universe. And it was originally designed to trap us, the good guys, and to basically, keep us prisoner. But what they didn't count on is that when they mirrored our reality, they mirrored all our math, all our physics. They mirrored us. It's all our stuff. And then they brought us here, and we know how to access it all and use it. And also the bad guys, because they're mirroring from the true reality, it creates a new string. So now all these realities that are true get pulled in this mirror, but there's also a string, so you can still get out, and you can still affect all of reality is what they wanted to do. It's kind of an ingenious plan what they did. It really was, but it didn't work out for them. So we're here, and we took the place over, and we've blown a top on what you call this dome, and everything. We're getting everything spruced up and back together. So if you've heard the first story, that's the continuation. And I'm kind of jumping around right now. So anyway, let me see. So my most recent client talked about how now all these Earths they're basically moving back into one Earth, and everything's going to be healed and fixed. But then now that we get everything back in together in one, now there's going to be the split. The consciousness of Earth originally had Sophia and Gaia were the main players. Sophia broke off and boogied it a little while ago. I don't know, 2012, I don't know when. So Sophia's off in like 8th dimensional, 6th dimensional Earth. She's having fun over there. So here we have Gaia, and we have another consciousness called Eve. And this masculine Gaia thing, there are a lot of people in the realities that are simply not ready to move to have this what you call event. They're not ready to move to a new higher dimensional Earth. They aren't. They're too much asleep. I'm sorry. They're like zombies. They just they want to keep living in this reality and doing the things they do. They haven't worked out all their issues yet. People call karma, and there's just a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo stuff that, for lack of a reason, they're not ready, and they're not going to be ready for a long time. So what do we do with those folks? What do we do? Because we're ready to boogie. We're ready to go. We're ready to, let's get this party going. You know what I'm saying? Let's have this event. Let's kumbaya. Let's take off to all these nice, five dimensional Earths, and have a, we're ready to have a good time, basically. So anyway, hey, hello, John, Alan, Sophia, Dawn. So anyway, so they create this place, and we're sprucing it up for them, and then those that just simply aren't ready for the shift are going to stay here, and this place is going to continue for probably millions of years. That's what's going to happen. Also, other species, they already live here. Okay, there's a lot of species living here already. So they're just going to come out in the open and like have the house. It's going to be a neighborhood of whatever, that species and that species, and there's probably going to be different species living in this place as well. So anyway, that's where the Gaia is split, if you want to call it flat Earth, whatever. Actually, that's the flat Earth I just described. So those folks will go this flat Earth thing. Now there's this Gaia thing where people are pretty much ready to go, but not quite. And the Earth is going to split into what's known as Eve and Gaia, and people will go where they want to go. And the Eve is, the better Earth, what you call. That will be what as the shift. Lorscan talks about the Earth splitting, so she is correct. The Lorscan is correct, and through tons of QHHT sessions, and I got confirmation just recently. So I believe it will happen. You know, the Earth will split. Also, you may notice that the Earth we're living, if you look at the geography, half the world is like ocean. So another thing you have to realize is that reality is very fluid. It's not static the way you think it is. For example, when you see an earthquake and you see the Earth rumbling, that's you see the reality being fluid, correct? So an earthquake is actually and when you see things rolling, that's a glimpse into what reality really is. People get glimpses here and there, and you kind of blink and go, "What was that?" But reality is actually very fluid. It's not static the way we kind of think it is. So anyway, so the Earth will split into Gaia and Eve. There's also there's already a 5D Earth. It's already there. It's been there the whole entire time. My understanding is there's about 2 billion people there living as I speak, and it's peace and harmony, and it's beautiful, and I mean it's fifth dimensional, so you can't really describe it. I'm here in the fourth dimension talking to you. It's just the colors, and it's beautiful. I've been there through my client sessions. I've astral projected there with clients, and you know, everybody's telepathic. You know, I could just go on and on. It's, you know, yada yada. It's beautiful. It's really neat. So you can go there if you vibrate to that direction. There's also an Earth that you don't even have a body. And hey, Tanner, stop. And you know, you have a light body, and you don't eat food, and you know, there's that Earth. So people wonder, you know, how do we shift from reality to reality? The thing is, you're doing it all the time. You know, you'll be in reality for a while, and you shift to a new one. You're beginning to see it. It's called the Mandela effect. That's why people see all these different changes and everything. Is because you're becoming aware of the fact that you move from reality to reality. One of my best examples is kind of like tuning a radio station and going from the old dial radio where you dial, you know, you have the little needle and you dial, and it goes from one radio station to the next. You hear all that static in between, then you have the news station. Basically, you're just sitting here, and everything begins to just become lighter and lighter and lighter, and this reality kind of starts to look ghostly. And then the new reality where you're going begins to be more and more solid, and then all of a sudden, boom, you just step into the new reality. You can literally, you know, get up and walk from your bedroom to your living room and walk into a new reality. You can be driving in your car and be in an interesting spot and drive from one reality to the next. These realities are all connected and intertwined, and they're very fluid, and it's actually extremely easy to move between these realities. It's very, 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 very easy, and you do it all the time. You're just not aware of it, but it's true. The Hopi prophecy, someone just asked me about. What do I think about that? Well, people talk about this Nibiru thing and Planet X and the blue Kachina, the red Kachina, and all the orbs in the sky and everything. Basically, majority of that stuff, you know, they're 10-dimensional beings, and they still travel in like a spaceship, and it's just really gigantic, like the size of Jupiter and stuff, and Saturn, and they'd have huge, gigantic orb type ships. So you occasionally are getting glimpses of those ships is what's happening. And they're benevolent beings, and there's nothing to worry about. You know, oh shoot, I guess dang it, someone just reminded me. I guess I could touch on that. A lot of people are wondering about the old Earth, the Sagittarius arm Earth. A client of mine, see what happens in these QHHT sessions. Tanner, stop it. Come here, Tanner. Sorry. Totally breaking my train of thought. There's going to be no invasion. Someone just asked a question. No, there's no invasion. They're already here. So, dang it, what was I saying? Tanner, come here. Sorry, my dog and cat decided to have a little argument. Guess we're getting some interruption. All right, so where was I? Trying to get back on train of thought. So you go into these sessions with an intent, and the intent is what you get out of it. So I had a client that really, really, really wanted to go to the old Earth, the Sagittarius Earth. And her higher, when you're, in these deep states of hypnosis, you're connected to your true self, your soul, and your higher self can take you astral projecting anywhere. And so together, and I went with them, by the way, and astral projected. Now, there are more than one, remember I talked about the Earth that broke into many parts. So there was more than one Sagittarius arm Earth. And talking to my client afterwards, and before, Tanner, come here. I know that we don't come from the same Sagittarius Earth. But nevertheless, mine, I know, went through what you call it, trials and tribulations, Book of Revelation, all that stuff happened. So anyway, back to my client. So my client went to her Earth, and it wasn't a nuclear war, it was a chemical weapon war. Tanner, come here! There was a chemical weapon war. And most of the population was dead. All the government systems have completely collapsed. And people were, back in the Stone Ages, scavenging for food and hiding. And it wasn't a good thing. Yeah. It was really bad. She also, might sound kind of bizarre, but if you're familiar with the doppelganger philosophy, there's more than one of you. There's another version of you in another reality. That is true. So she actually saw the other version of her on the other Earth, and went to her home and saw what she's doing and described her life there. But the good news is my client has no desire to go back to old Earth anymore. So for all those who miss home, who miss their old Earth, the Sagittarius arm Earths went through, I believe, all of them. All the Sagittarius arm Earths went through Armageddon. In essence, yeah. That's unfortunately what happened. So you should be glad you're here, because you can still get up and have running water and electricity and internet and be able to eat, no problem. So I guess the moral of the story is stop missing home and be glad you're here, I guess, is what it is. So and we got harmony. And we got harmony here. Well, there's a harmony there too, actually. So there's more than one of me. So shoot. Sorry, I lose my mic. I stepped on my microphone wire. All right, what else do they want me to talk about? As you can tell, I really didn't want to make this video. I didn't, because it's pretty wild stuff. Hey, hey, chick, how you doing there? Lost a minute in your chick, right? Hey, you should call me. We should talk after this. So, anyway, I don't know. I need to quit smoking, is what I need to do. It's wait, is it really 9/11? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's 9/11. Since when I smoke, I've been smoking for a long time. So, plain. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat here a little bit. Something I usually don't do. I guess I'm stalling to end this video because I just don't want them to come back to me in a minute and say, you forgot this and you forgot that. And so, universe, what else? What else? I guess we're still working on this place that I'm broadcasting from. I've been told I'll be here for a little while. What about, there's no pole shift here. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah. now. You don't have to worry about bullshit. Don't have to worry about a lot of things here. This is an extremely controlled Earth. Like, it's so controlled, it's ridiculous. There will not be a nuclear war here. Um, there. Oh, that lost mitten. Sorry. Here. Oh, I remember now. You're welcome. No, but this is very controlled, and but we're working with them, so to speak. They're forced to work with us now, and we're bringing in energy, and we're sprucing the place up, and we're making this place better. And as soon as we're done doing all that, then I can leave here, because I don't plan on hanging out on this flat Earth. I can't believe I'm saying it. If you know me through the years, I'm always saying, yes, there is a flat Earth. It does exist, like way over there somewhere. But we're not there, people. Like, shut up. I got so sick and tired of flat Earth people. They're like, everything's fake. And I got so tired of hearing that. Oh, my God. And then lo and behold, here I am. I got sent to the freaking one and only flat Earth with an energetic dome around it, where essentially everything's fake. And I want to get the hell out of here. So I'm going to do everything I can to get us the hell out of here, people. My whole team, everybody. Trust me, we're going to be working really, really, really hard to get everything ready. Because that's what I do. And you all, when you go to sleep at night, you may not realize that you're working at night. You're connecting to your higher self. You're working at night. You are. And you know, there's many of us. I'm not the only one. My team, we're not the only one. There's millions and billions, and there's so many folks working. So I apologize if I make it sound like I'm all alone. I'm not. We're talking about the whole universe. the whole freaking universe is working on this, okay? The whole universe is working on this. So, anyway, I'm not hearing anything else. I guess I've said everything I'm supposed to say, and I'll be making a new videos when stuff pops into my head, I guess. Till next time, everybody, don't forget, it doesn't matter what your religion or your belief is. As the sun sets and the sun rises, come to that peaceful place. Just envision just a big void in your head. And then imagine a beautiful waterfall of pure source God energy coming down and filling that void up. And just completely energizing and filling your whole entire body with nothing but pure true source God energy. And then just let this energy emanate it. Through the feet, down through the feet below you, into the dirt, and it anchors. And then it flows back up, above you and below you. And it just flows and flows and flows. And then let it flow so gently and easily. And then let this energy emanate out from you. And let the energy emanate out all around you, all throughout this universe. And spread nothing but pure, true source God, creator energy, all throughout this reality. All throughout the reality. Just let it emanate and flow everywhere. Till next time, everybody. God bless. Peace and